City Football Club suffered their first loss of the season last Saturday. They were bested by the Pittsburgh Riverhounds SC with the final score 2-0.
And this Saturday, DCFC will take on Loudoun United. This will be their second match against Loudoun. DCFC actually won the first match.
Joining us live in the studio tonight is Loudoun Bianchi from the Detroit News. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So you've been covering the team for a few years now. What do you think so far of this season? I mean, just the first loss this past week.
Yeah, it's definitely different than it has been in seasons past, where they've been able to score at a really high rate. They've been able to defend it really well. And that's kind of been the theme over the last few years, is their defense has been really strong. Haven't necessarily been able to score as much, but that's starting to turn around.
Yeah, how exciting has it been to be able to cover a team that's winning at this level?
It's been great. Obviously they've been around for over a decade now, and they've been able to have a couple successful seasons in USL Championship, but we haven't really seen them be able to raise the bar like this so far. So it's been cool to see.
Yeah, we know the fan base is growing. From what you've seen, you go to all the home games. What is the fan base like? How are the games going?
They're definitely a little bit raucous. They're definitely a little bit rowdy, but that's something that is continuing to grow year over year. You're kind of seeing the fan base, the core fan base, kind of stay a little bit of the same. You're able to keep a lot of the same atmospheres and stuff like that. But definitely, it's starting to grow a little bit year by year. People just getting a little bit more interested in, oh, what's this team? Who are they playing? And they hear stories like beating an MLS team a couple years ago, so that definitely helps.
Yeah. What's it like to be able to watch Detroit embrace a team like this and the fandom to just continue to grow week after week?
It's great. I think when it comes to soccer, a lot of people are hoping for something bigger or better, and I kind of push back on that a little bit when people try to bring that up, talking about the MLS or something like that, because this is something that it might not be at the highest level, it might not be major league, but it's unique in its own way, and I think that it really is something different than any of the other 4 major pro teams here.
Yeah, what makes it unique? What is special about DCFC specifically, or this league in general?
Well, I think it's something where a lot of people are really passionate about it. A lot of people are live and die with it, and I think that can be true for a lot of the teams around here, but when Saturdays come around, if you're a fan of DCFC, you're not, going to the grocery store during the game. You don't have any plans. You're going to the game. It's match day, and so you kind of see people go all out for these games.
Based on how things have been going so far, where do you see this team and its fandom in the next couple of years?
That's a great question. Obviously, with the way that they've been performing as of late, they kind of have aspirations to go top of the league. It's going to be really tough. The Eastern Conference, I believe all 4 teams at the top have just a combined 2 losses between them. So, we'll see. But they've been able to kind of get some more talent in, grow around their new head coach, Danny Dicchio, who's doing a great job in his first year as well. As for the growth of the league, who knows at this point? It's kind of an ever-evolving thing that, you're not really sure.
All right, so overall, very successful season. 1 loss. How do you think that's going to affect this team immediately?
That's a good question. I wouldn't expect them to, maybe take a hit from this. They're going to a place where they are comfortable going against a team that they have beaten before, and they know just on the other side of this they got to go to Houston and play an MLS team in the U.S. Open Cup. So I think they'll be able to get back on track.
Yeah.
Busy.
Yeah, we'll be watching to see.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. This is Loudoun Bianchi from the Detroit News.
And again, the Rouge are back in action this weekend. You can catch that match on CBSDetroit.com and Detroit 50. That's at 7 p.m. this Saturday. They will be taking on Loudoun United FC, hopefully bringing back a win.